Hey everybody, it's Tyler Austin. Thank you so much for watching. So as many of you are aware, the great social media purge has begun. Now that the upcoming administration is about to take office and the Georgia Senate race results are in, and it appears that the Democrats have gained basically the trifecta within government. Now these social media giants feel emboldened to really start cracking down on anyone that doesn't tell basically the hard left agenda. They've already, Twitter and Facebook have already permanently banned Donald Trump off their platform, along with other people associated with him like Flynn and others. Amazon and Apple are now going after Parler, which if you haven't joined Parler, you absolutely should. Currently, Apple has threatened to remove Parler off of their app store. Amazon has announced, I think yesterday, that they are going to remove Parler from their servers. So basically, Parler will no longer have its servers to operate. So it looks like Parler will probably be down for a few days. I'm recording this Sunday. I believe that's going to happen tomorrow, like 12 o'clock. So I assume Parler will probably be shut down for a few days while they search for a new server host. It sounds like, from what I heard, that they'll probably only be down for a few days, if that, because there's other companies and there's other people who offer servers to them to host their app. So it looks like they'll only be down for a few days, but still, as you fully aware, the crackdown has begun. The Great Purge has begun, and it's only going to get worse from here. This is only the beginning. You know, obviously, President Trump is, whether you like him, don't like him, whatever. I'm not a big Trump guy, but you know, censorship is wrong across the board, whether it's with people you agree with or disagree with. But this is going to come to everybody. Again, anyone who does right now, they're going after the bigwigs, Trump, people associated with them, etc., and much larger channels are going to be going after. But eventually, it's going to be essentially everybody who doesn't tote the line. So, with that being said, what can we do to fight this? Well, there's several things. Number one, if you haven't joined Parler, go join Parler and show them support. Their servers crashed. I think it was Friday. They crashed because so many people were making accounts with them and flooding to Parler after Twitter announced and Facebook announced that they were going to ban Trump. So a whole bunch of people flooded Parler servers and actually crashed their servers for a few hours. But if you haven't joined Parler, join Parler. You can follow me on Parler at Gunganier Strategic. I'll have the link or my name up here somewhere. Again, it's at Gunganier Strategic. You can follow me. Do that now before the servers go down. Some other things that we can do. Well, number one, the biggest thing right now is, listen, at the end of the day, these companies, they're here to make money. They're attempting to remove half the country off of their platform. So that's going to be a big hit to their wallet. If they're going to censor, don't give money to people that censor you or really censor anybody. Delete your Twitter accounts, and if they ask why, say why. You're censoring people, and I'm not going to put up with that. With Amazon is obviously complicit in this action with primarily Parler, but it will be with others as well. I can assure you that. Delete your cancel your Amazon Prime membership, right? And stop buying off of Amazon. Stop giving money to people and organizations and companies that actively try to censor people. So, you know, there's definitely going to be things I order off of Amazon all the time. I'm going to have to order off somewhere else. But hey, you know, I'm not going to give money to people who censor not only people that I like to listen to, but anyone else. Yeah, censorship is wrong no matter what, whether I disagree with that individual or not. It's wrong. So that's one thing you can absolutely do. Cancel your Amazon Prime membership, and I'm sure they'll ask why you're canceling. Let them know why. Which honestly is not a really bad thing anyways, because Amazon, along with other big companies, have been actively pushing these lockdowns and all that, trying to push out small businesses in particular and other competitors. So taking your money and giving it to other organizations, small businesses in particular, isn't all that bad of an idea anyways. Furthermore, we're going to obviously need social media platforms that do not censor people. Parler is obviously a great step and is obviously a great platform for that. Hopefully we get more of them, more platforms like that. It's always good to have several options, so hopefully we get another, or at least one or two other different options for that, other different apps, social media apps that basically take the same stance Parler does. That would be great. But I think the biggest black hole right now that we have is that we need a good YouTube alternative, because YouTube has been starting to crack down for many years, especially on like gun channels like mine, and much larger channels like Guns and Gear, Military Arms Channel, Iraq Veteran 88, etc., etc. They've been cracking down hard on channels like these, along with other channels that aren't necessarily gun related, political channels like Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, all these guys. They've been cracking down on them as well, because again, they don't tote that hard leftist line. So YouTube will definitely feel emboldened by this as well, and I can assure you that they will begin their great purge in the very near future. I bet within 2 years, gun channels will not exist on YouTube, probably even sooner than that, but I'll give it 2 years. And probably other non-leftist channels as well, especially political channels, will not exist either on YouTube. So we're going to need a YouTube alternative. People have suggested Rumble. I've gone on Rumble. I have an account on Rumble. I've uploaded videos, a few videos on Rumble. I honestly don't think Rumble is the answer unless they change. I just don't find their interface to be very easy to use for either the viewer or the content creator. So I honestly don't think Rumble is the option. I could be wrong. It might turn into the option. But again, I don't think it is. What we really need is a good YouTube alternative, though. Something that's extremely easy to use, because listen, YouTube is very well established, obviously, and it's very easy to use. So we need an alternative that is very easy to use. It's very easy to find channels, very easy to find individuals, etc., etc. Videos, specific videos you're looking for. We really just need a YouTube alternative that acts very much like YouTube, except it doesn't censor people. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think things are going to get pretty bad, specifically in the next year in terms of censorship. It's only going to create even more political divide within the country. It's definitely not going to be unifying, that's for sure, when you're basically kicking off these big major social media networks are kicking off basically half of the country and saying you're not welcome here. That's only going to create even more political divide, might even lead to violence. That wouldn't be shocking to me, because again, it's just how do you create even more? How do you divide the country even more than that? I don't know. But they're doing it anyways, because again, they feel emboldened to do so. And if you don't tote their line, then they do not welcome you. So those are basically my thoughts on everything that's going on. Hopefully, again, if you haven't joined Parler, join Parler and follow me on there at Gunneer Strategic. And hopefully we can make a YouTube alternative here in the near future. Obviously, I don't have the resources to do that, and I'm sure most of you who don't have the resources to do that. However, people with the resources that to potentially start something like that, I know, who are like-minded individuals like us, hopefully we'll see the gaping hole in the marketplace for it, and they will start it, and hopefully it will turn into a massive success and become a major competitor with YouTube and others. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Going to be a rough ride, that's for sure. If you think 2020 was bad, 2020 or 2021 is likely going to be a whole lot worse. I'll keep posting videos here as long as I can until we are removed. I think that's inevitable. But again, hopefully we will have different options by then. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow, depending on where you're watching this. I'm Tyler Austin. Thank you so much for watching.